I haven't discussed this with my league mates. Well, the little that they are. I don't have a whole lot of league members right now. But I think this is going to be this is going to be an important thing. I am changing my league's name to DC Outsiders. And I'm going to be changing its dynamic and the reason for it existing. Now, before anyone freaks out and wonders what's going to happen, don't worry, this is still going to be an iconic base league. But we're going to be having newcomers, new players join in as well. I'm going to be building a Outsiders as a team. It's going to be specifically for people who simply are just looking for a league. People who are down for the community. And hopefully everything works out just fine. Now, I don't expect everything to be honky-dory. But I got the league name change. And I also changed my name too. Just avoid situations. And that is kind of an important thing for me. Okay, it's not Punisher, it's just someone calling themselves Punisher. Now, I do not condone villains. I'm not going to accept villains in the league. Technically, you could scream that is a horrible thing to do, but my reasoning for not doing that is simply because yeah, villains are villains. We're gonna do a real quick. Yeah, you're not anywhere close to me, buddy. Yeah, you ain't worth shit. Yeah, you ain't worth shit. Yeah, you ain't worth shit. You ain't worth shit, bitch. You ain't worth shit. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. Guess what? Guess what? Oh! Oh, you want spacesuit. Yeah, that's a spacesuit. That's a spacesuit. Don't try to have a fucking style competition with me. Motherfucker. No style competition with me. Yeah, be fucking scared. Yep, don't mind me, I'm just looking for league members. Oh, nope, she's already in a league, my bad. Yeah, my bad, you're already in a league. Yeah, you could, yeah. And I wouldn't want her in my league anyways. Like, you are clearly trying to be a vigilante yet. Oh. She's trying to be Electra.
I guess you're right.
Trying to rebuild this league, and I did send a couple messages out. Send a shout chat so I can get some numbers. I'm obviously getting weaker. So I need to focus on getting my strength boosted up in this game. Oh, is this the mission I like? Yep, this is the one I like. There we go. And there's Croc. So if I delete that because I don't need that. I'm gonna have a Green Lantern emblem for somebody. I'll cancel on a Green Lantern emblem. I don't care. I'll get that shit out. His Batman looks like mine. The only difference is mine looks a little more polished. Wait. You need to check this. It is damn near the exact same suit, too. Mine is, like, legit way more polished, though. Yeah, mine is way more polished. To also be fair, though, he's relying on wet paint. While mine has, like, one material on it. Commit myself down, sir. Though, that is a very... I think I'm being very calm. I think I'm being the most calm you can ever be. I am being chill. I'm more chill than a $5 bill. But I'm going to rebuild the league. I'm going to be rebuilding my league as much as I can. Hell, it has a new set of league roles and titles. On top of that, I am waiting for someone to hop on. I don't know if she's gonna hop on today. Hopefully she does. Mainly because I want to see her kick some people's asses. But also, I'm going to be going out of my comfort zone for a little while. Because, let's be honest, I think everyone's being really tired of the scenery of Gotham. Like, I spend most of my week, I've been spending 99% of my days in Gotham. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people like it. Well, it is Gotham, but... that is a really nice design. That looks really cool, and I am kind of mad that I didn't just send text to go, hey, are you looking for a league? What happens? But don't worry, don't halt my efforts. Ever since I have been back on the game, I'm trying to rebuild. Luckily, the developers were so kind. But like I said, we are going to do everything the more proper way now. Now, Kidfucker DB is still out there, but Well, soon enough he's gonna get what's coming to him. If I can get his account permanently banned, that would be a plus in my mind. But also at the same time, I know better. I know people like him will be, there's always going to be another motherfucker like him around. Speaking of, since we have, now we have two two Batman villains. I want to see something.
I heard you. I'm just crazy about Harles. She makes me laugh. Just waiting on this chlorophyll titration to finish, and then I am not looking forward to the spectrograph analysis. When this is over, Oracle and I need to explore some environmentally friendly security measures. The birds of prey aren't my first choice of allies, but they treat Harley well, and that means a lot. It helps that Oracle matches my consulting fee with donations to my favorite environmental organizations. Plus, her headquarters has a negative carbon footprint. I can spare some time away from my garden. Someone has to defend the green. Humanity has pushed the green to the edge of extinction. It's time the green pushed back. We fight for the green. Exobites. You think I'd defile the green by polluting myself with those tiny machines? Machines are hard, cold, devoid of emotion. Maybe it reminds me of Batman.
Bitch.
The name's Mr. Freeze.
Okay. So, they are going for a more heroic version of Ivy, from the looks of it. I tried contacting a friend. I did try contacting Clark again, seeing if he's actually going to get on, seeing if he is going to get on for the sake of Superman Day. But I highly doubt that Clark's ever going to talk to me because... Alright, so I've talked about this enough, and I'm completely drained from all emotion of this. I do consider Clark my friend. Nothing's gonna change that. Dude has been my friend for thick and thin. Literally has seen me at my lowest moment and has seen me at my highest moment. Greatest guy you'll ever meet in your life. But he picks terrible fucking company. So, the reason why you don't see me or Clark or Echo Sentinel anymore on streams or bullshitting anymore, it is literally due to his other friends. Now, I was cool with them. I wasn't cool with one. The reason why I wasn't cool with one is because he's deliberately look for ways to piss me off. He started shit with me on a daily basis. He was a gaslighter. He was a manipulator. He was deliberately manipulating his group. He's toxic as absolute fuck. And he treats everyone around him like they need to worship the ground that he stands on. Now, before anyone gets mad at me for saying, well, you're blatantly talking shit. I'm not talking shit. Talking shit would be me saying insulting things that aren't remotely true. The sad thing is, this is the truth. Now, I have been raised by a narcissist. Well, two of them. My grandmother's also a narcissist. My mother's a narcissist. I can't really say my father's a narcissist, but my dad is also really didn't raise me. My grandfather is not a narcissist, but he has a major victim complex. And then my uncle's a sociopath. One of them. The other one's a man-child. And then I have two uncles that aren't really my uncles. They're not bloodline they're not blood related, but I consider them my uncles because he's the brother of my mom's best friend. And then I have another person who is quote unquote my uncle, but he's a chum out piece of shit that if he ever sees the light of day ever again, I can guarantee my entire family is going to have a race to see who gets to kill him first. Now, I have 5 aunts. I have an aunt that isn't a narcissist, but she does everything she can to make sure her mom is happy. She is blood related, and that is my sister's. Well, that's my mom's sister. My sister's also her favorite, so that's something. Then I have 2 other aunts, one of the which had a very, very rough life, and that's kind of due to her own making. She has chosen the hard way most of her life. Drugs, alcohol, abusive relationship over abusive relationship. And by the time she's gotten her shit together remotely, she's already screwed herself. And that's one thing I am upset about, and it sucks to hear it, but it is what it is. My other aunt is close enough to my age, and that she understands my mentality towards everybody. Haven't talked to her in a long time. I've tried reaching out to her. She does not respond to me. But she lives her life recklessly, and it is what it is. And these 2 are from my dad's side of the family. Now I have an aunt that isn't. Now I have 2 aunts that are not blood related. One of them is my mom's best friend. I consider her my aunt because she's been around for literally my entire life for the most part. She has played major factors in my life. She was the reason why I had a roof over my head when me and my family moved to North Dakota, which is the place where I currently live right now. Now, that changed the moment she got married, but also at the same time she was moving to Alaska, so Or like fully moving to Alaska, so there's not really much I could say at that point. You know, that's kind of what happens when, you know, priorities change. Now, my other aunt, I haven't heard much from her, honestly. Now, I'm going to try not to name names because you guys don't need to be knowing my family. You guys don't need to be Google searching them and all that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I am fully aware of a lot of fucked up shit that's happened in the world. And that's literally due to the fact is that I've seen it happen by the people around me, family members, friends, and I've had it happen to me. But it comes from all of it. It has given me a third sense when it comes to all of this. By the way, I hope they give us a Batwoman ally or like a Batwoman base invitation, because I want to start adding Bat family members to the Batcave. But so typically I can point out a narcissist. If I see a narcissist, I can point them out really easily. I can point out a narcissist, and that is partially why I don't hang out with them anymore. One thing about me, I hate narcissists. It is a big thing with me is how you act does reflect upon people. And if I'm hanging out with you, the way you act reflects upon me. That is a very horrible way of looking at things, but it's also the truth. Everyone you hang out with does reflect upon you as a person. You hang around shitty people, people are going to immediately assume that you're shitty. Like, it doesn't matter if they're good to you or anything else. Now, I do hang out with people who try to do better, and I try to make sure that people who are in my life... Now, by the way, I'm going to say this out there. People I hang out with on the game, no way at all reflects people I hang out outside of the world. Because people are very different from who they are in the game than who they are in real life. That is something I will tell people, because a lot of people don't understand that. But also at the same time, the reason why most people don't understand that is because they don't they just want to immediately assume that dickbag that, you know, beat the shit out of them in the game are, you know, immediately a horrible person, which, fun fact, that's not true, and that's not ever going to be true. Like, it is what it is. Now, they can be a horrible person, and usually that takes a little bit of research on anyone's behalf on that. But there's good people and there's bad people. It is what it is. Like I said, I try to make sure I hang out with people that aren't horrible. Now, what translates to horrible in my mind is I go out of my way to not hang out with people who do some really fucked shit. Now, I used to hang out with some really unsavory people, and I learned the hard way why that's not a good idea. First and foremost, typically backstabber, typically anyone who's willing to stab anybody in the back will stab their friends in the back with no hesitation. It is what it is. You know, there are horrible people out there, and there's people out there that will just use you for the sake of using you because you give them the opportunity. Now, I've had that happen to me too many times. Where I've gotten used and I've gotten abused by all forms of the spectrum. And typically people who have been hurt like that, they usually gain a sixth sense, and it's a horrible thing, and it sucks, but also at the same time, that's what happens. He's a brain teaser. What the fuck? Backstabber. Okay.
Have you seen the Joker around lately? I don't know why I thought siding with him was a good idea.
Fun fact. The Penguin and the Joker are actually decent to each other. They're actually really good friends for the most part. But it also doesn't change the fact is that, you know, the Penguin has stabbed the Joker's back before. Okay, so yeah, that sucks. But in the comic books, Joker actually considers the Penguin to be a really close friend of his. But the Penguin does consider the Joker a friend. He just doesn't like him. But that's also because Penguin considers his friends like their prophet. By the way, I knew you texted me, Keone, on the comment selection. I'm just waiting for you to get home. But okay, I just realized I lost the train of thought and blame the autism for that. But literally, the conflict comes from the fact is, I don't like this guy. He has screwed everyone over countless times. And our friend, honestly, I will say his name, Jacob. Sorry, Jacob's a common enough name. Keeps inviting him back. Keeps bringing him back. And it's like, dude, you have not learned your fucking lesson at all, I'm assuming. Like, this dude is a piece of shit. Like, this guy is a piece of shit, and you are letting him treat you like crap because you continue to bring him into your group. Like, what the fuck? You know? I want to be mad, but that was a good shot. Like, dude, you let people screw you over. And you letting other people screw over your friends. And you let other people prevent you from making new friends. And yes, a big portion of that is, I know this is all drama and this is all shit that, you know, has been talked to death about. But unfortunately enough, I've gotten to a part of my life, I don't want those types of people in my life. I don't want those types of people in my life. Now, I wish I could hang out with my friend again. I wish I could hang out with Clark again. But he does not respond to me. He does not message me. The last time he messaged me is after I sent him a birthday present because the Daredevil skin came out in Marvel Rivals, and I was like, you know what? His birthday was up. You know, his birthday passed, but I'll give him a late birthday present. Because, you know, he's still my friend. I still consider him my friend. But also at the same time, he's kind of allowing shitty people, or he's hanging out with someone shitty deliberately. Now, I'm no better. I have to say that I am no better with that. But I still have never once let someone affect my friendship. Corrected. I let people reflect my relationship with them. Who they are reflects upon my friendship with them. You continue excusing shitty behavior, I can't be friends with you. I'm sorry, at some point it starts to look premeditated. There's people out there that do actively try to change, and then there's people who sit there and say that they're changing, but really, you know, just want, you know, another opportunity to treat you like crap again. And I try not to be I try not to be bitter towards it, and believe me, I have my bitter moments with people, and I'm still actively learning how to adapt to all this. But the only ever good reason to ever cut someone off in your life is that they are actively harming your way of life. And context behind that, because people are going to take that very loosely. Harming your way of life would be essentially excluding you, like deliberately making sure that you are alienated by everybody, preventing you from socializing with people, ruining your life or your friends' lives due to just pure pettiness and, you know, narcissism. But
What are you doing? Is that a rocket?
okay, he was running from those guys. But yes, that's what I mean by actively ruining your way of life.
I'm of two minds about this entire situation, but the Riddler gave me a good deal. I don't like working with you, but this gang war means I've got to take help where I can get it. You haven't seen Riddler around in a while, have you? I think I saw your last review with me, and I want to throw it in his face.
Wait.
Haven't we crossed paths before? Lucky for you, heads means you live.
Little riddles. The fuck? Guys. There's only so much racism I could deal with for one day. Little riddles is what the fuck? Please tell me this is just a joke. Like, this isn't like some street name, and this is just a joke about the guy being huge. Like, little fucking riddles. I'm looking at that in a very fucked up way because, like, there is no way they did not notice it.
Oh, hell no!
Like, yo, my name is Little Riddles. I'm gonna ask you questions and kick your ass. I need a Little Riddle soundtrack. Someone needs to give that guy a freaking theme song. I'm an asshole.
Our guys are safer here thanks to your heroics. Know that we'll always have your back out there.
Did she just message me? Okay, yeah, she just messaged me. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so, real quick, Discord has been really weird lately. I don't know what the hell's happened. I don't even know what the hell happened to my phone because my phone does not have to talk to speak. Does not have to talk text to talk anymore. Are you serious? That's why. They Oh no. Okay, so they took something that was convenient and changed it. And made it a little more inconvenient because now people actually have to search for it. Cool. Now, keep this in mind. My grammar sucks. My writing sucks. My spelling sucks. I'm kind of surprised they didn't give us this as a moniker. Anyways. It sucks, and I know it sucks. I'm actively trying to make changes to fix that. But with me, I will scramble words. Especially when I'm trying to think of it. Like, I will forget a name of an actor or a director or a character that I like. Due to the fact is that my brain is just a huge vault of information. So there will be points where something will slip my mind and I will feel so guilty about it. I hate the fact that that is true, but it sucks. It really does suck. this stream is mainly about the League stuff. Now, I do want to bring up Superman Day because, unfortunately enough, we're getting good rewards for Superman Day, which immediately tells me we're going to get bad rewards for Batman Day. And before anyone freaks out on me, it's last time for Batman Day, we literally just got the classic Batman emblem black. Like, they just gave us the classic Batman emblem and then just put it back in the game. And I shit you not, I hate the fact that's what they decided to do. Here, I'll even show you, because I just so happen to play through it. See, Batman Day, right there. That was 2015's Batman Day. Now, Superman Day gave us the Superman Anniversary emblem and the electric Kryptonian slimline. That's all we got for Batman Day. This was appealing to seasoned fans and newcomers, where, guess what, newcomers got the chance of getting literally the classic Superman emblem. While new people, well, new fans or new player or seasoned players got a slimline based off of a good, like, really cool version of Superman. But Batman Day, it gave us just the classic Batman emblem. Keep this in mind, that emblem has been in the game a lot longer than the Superman emblem. And it's stupid. That's what they gave us. I'm sorry. I get it. You want to put that in the game? Cool. You want to bring that back? Cool. More power to you. But the problem with it is, it's a slim. You should have given us a slimline. Or given us some stuff like a cowl or something. Like, actively give Batman fans something really nice. Hell, they could have given us a Batman suit. Like, a full-on Batman suit. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Wonder Woman Day, they didn't do much for Wonder Woman Day. If I'm not mistaken. They just gave, like, a weird emblem and called it a night. Now, Superman Day, it is 1-to-1 appealing to seasoned and new players. Which, they are going to be giving us the absolute Superman emblem, which, oh my god, it looks gorgeous. I'm sorry, it's more appealing looking than the classic Superman emblem. And the main reason why is because, one, it looks like it's going to be raised with detail, and, you know, it's going to look... It definitely looks like something that is going to look more naturally put on the costume. First and foremost, that's the way it looks. Unfortunately, it is color locked. God, I hate the fact that it's color locked, but it is. But it's going to give people the chance to have an emblem like this, where, yeah, this is the classic Superman emblem, don't get me wrong. But it's going to feel more naturally put. Like how the Batman emblem on my suit looks. You know, it's going to have a naturalness to it. It doesn't feel like that you're wearing a Halloween costume. Or wearing a badge. And guess what? That's not the only emblem we're getting. We're going to be getting a Superman Beyond emblem. Dude. They're paying homage to Superman Beyond. It's even better. They're putting his entire suit in the game as well. His entire suit. Oh my god. And I'm mad because I know my friend Clark is going to miss out on it. Granted, these are all color locked items, but he is a huge Superman fan. And he doesn't play the game anymore, so he's gonna not get this stuff that he been asking for. Yes, these are things that he actually was asking for. And is partially the reason why he's mad at the game. It's like, dude, he's missing out on the absolute Kryptonian time capsules right now. And he loves absolute Superman. I don't think he understands why I like this game, and to tell you the truth, I don't fully understand why I like this game either, but the reason why I like this game is because it is a living, breathing DC universe. Regardless of how much shitty stuff that happens in this game, there's still something you can remotely come back to. You can design things like league halls, bases, suits, and you can feel like that you are a part of a natural world. It's a comic book world. Now, keep this in mind. If they did this from Marvel, they would not implement any of this shit at all. They would make the world down to the MCU. And that is upsetting to me, personally, because the comic book Marvel Universe has been overlooked upon, but DC still looks at its comic book world and still takes inspiration from it to this day. And sometimes the world changes. Sometimes the world changes. But this is a huge aspect that makes me love this game. I am a comic book fan. I enjoy comic books. I love the comic book world. For God's sakes, my first ever crush was a comic book character. But it's sad. It's really sad because DC's doing something that Marvel should be doing, but Marvel doesn't. Any rework on the clock tower at some point. When I get the time, I might, but... Twin Tower still looks good, though. Okay, now first things first. I might update the armored batsuit, but this is what I did for the armored batsuit for right now. The reason why I might update it is because it does not look as bulky as it should, and that does upset me. So I might redo it again. But look, armored batsuit. I have an armored batsuit again. But also, and keep this in mind, if someone goes, "Where's Batman Beyond? Where's Batman Beyond?" They already did Batman Beyond in this game. They already given us the Batman Beyond suit. If you don't believe me, look in here. Yeah, you can see the silhouette and all, but if I interact with it, they have a Batman Beyond suit in the game. And this has been around forever. So they're not overlooking you guys. You've already had a suit. Now granted, I might actually do some stuff with the suit because I want this suit to be, you know, really cool looking, or like actually have different aspects to it, because I want this suit to literally be a I want this suit to be really cool. But also, it is literally a Batman Beyond suit, and it gets implemented, and the way I'm going to implement it is I'm going to put it in a chemical tube, or, well, suit chamber, and it's going to be like an Easter egg. But yeah, no, you gotta admit, that looks really freaking cool. It's like, yeah, it's Batman Beyond, dude. Batman Beyond. But I wish my friend got rid of his gripes about the game. I really do. He's a solid guy, but he does have a reason to be pissed off at the game. It's like, I should have a solid reason to be pissed off at the game, because the game hasn't done shit for me lately. But for the most part, I'm not pissed off at the game. I should. I really should. But no, I'm grateful to be back on the game. finally give me a notification. Oh shit, she's hopping on. I'm going to... Actually, I don't really do much. When she hops on, she hops on. Hopefully she gets on sooner. Okay, so one thing that I should actually admit, I do talk a lot of shit about Batman Day and all this, about them not giving us something for Batman Day. So I should at least say what I would like for Batman Day. Honestly, you literally could give us a slimline, a cape, and a new emblem. A cape with a collar would be okay, the cape that I'm wearing right now. This cape right now with a neck collar piece. And you could do 2 colors on it to, keep it, give it that uniqueness. Give it uniqueness, like have it drape over the shoulders and all this, would be eons amazing. Especially with how just thin this suit, like how thin it looks. It does not look bulky at all. Something like this, people would go crazy over. And if you're like wondering, why two-tone? If you do two-tone cape, people are going to be able to do a actual freaking Rebirth Batman suit. Because in the liner of the cape, it's purple. Or a Bat and the main series suit. So on and so forth. You'd be essentially giving people the ability to add detail to their suits. Now, unfortunately enough, I'm probably not going to be able to use the two-tone cape with this suit right here. But I will have suits that I can use the two-tone cape with. And with this current situation where they've been giving us Batman cowls, but they're as helmets and not as like actual like cape pieces. If you get where I'm coming from, that's kind of what they've been doing. And I hate it. I do hate it, but I understand why they do it. But I do hate it. Especially because it looks extremely weird with the Arctic Bat suit, because the cutoff is just enough that there's an opening, and I actually had to look for ways when it comes to suit pieces to make that Arctic suit look seamless. Like my Arctic suit, due to this cutoff, I had to look for a way to make it look seamless because you could see the cutoff right there. Right there. So what I did was I just changed the skin color on the suit so it matches. But like I said, doing an active change like that would actually do a lot for the suit. And give people a new cape. Man, I just picked the same one again. Fuck! Okay. Now, another thing is, since it is Batman Day, I do believe a Batman slimline would be really cool. And before anyone says, well, what slimline could they do? Literally a Batman slimline suit. Like, don't put an emblem on it, because we have countless emblems that we could use. Just give us chest, pants piece, have the gloves be attached to chest, have the gloves be attached to the chest, and then have the pants piece that has boots on it and, the trunks. So we have the ability to swap out the belt, the cowl, and the cape. And if we want to use a different, glove set, cool, but we don't have to. Hell, if they gave us a new utility belt, would be kind of really cool. Now, yes, the slimline would basically be like another Astro slimline, but they have the ability to update the textures, give us a little more detailing, and give that suit its edge. I'm gonna texture in group. I don't think she realizes that she's not a group. So hey, how's it going? How's it going? How was work? Damn. I'm actually. I started falling asleep on the way home again. God, yeesh. I feel like you might be dealing with a lot of fatigue. Do you take anything do you drink anything caffeinated at all? Okay, so that would probably explain why it's hard to sleep. Oh, I set an alarm for a few minutes to go off. We get them to move around. Hey, I'm still streaming. I want to make sure I let you know that I am still streaming. And I saw your character model. I forgot about that yesterday. Actually, I'm gonna cut the stream off here. Sorry that it wasn't really a whole interesting stream, but like I said, I'm rebuilding my league, and now I'm giving people the opportunity to. I'm adding original characters and iconics. We do not do duplicates, and hopefully we can rebuild it. Hopefully I can get this league rebuilt. So I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.